You're listening to The Real with Rachel D on Atlanta's inspirational talk radio, Love 860. All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to The Real with Rachel D. I'm glad that you guys decided to join me again this evening as we talk about pop culture, what's been going on in the world of social media, and I'm going to update you guys on some great things to get into this weekend. Of course, my homegirl, my number one Boon Coon is in the house, Miss BJ.
Oh, snap, Boon Coon, I like that. Took it back.
So we'll be joined a little bit later with a special guest, but Miss BJ, how'd your week go?
It was really great. I'm glad it's over with. The weekend is here, so I am very pleased.
I am too. You know, this week has been super long.
Yeah.
It really has. But for everybody, if you happen to be in the Clayton County area, make sure that you stop by at the International Park. They're having an HBCU college fair going on from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Make sure that you hit that up because I will be there.
Hey.
I know. Good deal. Oh, and also I forgot. Can't mention that. See, I might have to plan a couple people because if you go, there are door prizes and you might actually win a 40-inch flat screen TV that we're giving away. So make sure you don't miss that.
Wow.
I know I'm going to have at least 3 or 4 of my friends. I'm like, I need y'all to get like at least 10 tickets so we can have that flat screen TV. But okay, guys, so we're going to go ahead and get into some celebrity news for the week. This week has actually been pretty eventful.
Very.
It really has. So we want to just go ahead and jump into some Atlanta-based celebrity news. So if you've been keeping up with, I guess, what's been going on with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Nene Leakes had quit the show a couple months ago.
Yes.
And so there has been some rumors about some new housewives, like, what's her name? Kim Fields, the actress. And what's the transgendered lady name? I keep messing up her first name.
Oh, yeah.
Amaya Scott.
Amaya, yeah. I want to say Molly or...
Yeah, Amaya Scott. Very, very beautiful girl. And there's rumors that past housewives are supposed to be returning. Well, Nene Leakes actually was on Access Hollywood Live where she denied any rumors, saying when they asked her about Amaya Scott being one of the housewives, Nene said, all lies. It's just a way to get everybody to tune in. Guarantee you that. None of those people that you've been hearing about will be housewives.
Wow, she shut it down.
She did, but it makes me kind of question her motives.
Right.
Because, I mean, she could be like, we're not about to get better ratings that I'm not there.
Right. So
I'm going to steer people in a different pathway.
She's trying to cut their check short. That's all she's doing. Fewer viewers, fewer dollar signs.
But do you really think that, with the absence of Nene and with these new housewives in, that it would make a difference?
Well, I'm thinking people want to know if she's not there, who is the next drama queen going to be? Absolutely. So they're all vying for that top spot. So I think people will tune in just to see how ratchet it's going to be.
I mean, Nene's a queen of ratchet, so I'm not really sure that that's going to even make major difference. But we do want to move on a little bit to some more kind of Atlanta-based news. Atlanta rapper T.I. says that he is no longer working with Iggy Azalea.
I heard about that.
I kind of saw this coming.
Yeah.
Because he just kind of, when she first came out, he was very present with her. And then when she was beefing with other celebrities, he was there to kind of protect her and have her back.
Exactly.
And then lately, he's kind of been very numb.
Yeah, I think because she keeps the beef is constantly there. Just recently, it was with Q-Tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he's just, I think he's just fed up. He's like, it's done.
And that's exactly what happened. He actually was on a talk show, I believe this morning, and he said, after the Q-Tip feud, that's when that was kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
He said they're cool and all, but, he understands why she acts the way she does because, one, she's not from this country, so, they do things differently over there. And also, she is a white female rapper, something that's never been successfully done. She's kind of hoisted out there into a new realm and she's coming out swinging when she shouldn't. Like, I felt like, when you're getting teased by Snoop Dogg, he's teasing you.
Right, and but she took it serious.
She did. She took it so to heart and made it so public. And it's like and then, I don't know, it's kind of like you're in hip-hop. You got to kind of toughen it up, even if you're not feeling it like that.
I think she wasn't prepared for the backlash when she got in it. You have to learn. You can't get in your feelings when people come at you like that. You kind of got to just take it and roll with it.
Yeah, and she had a lot of success so fast. So, yeah, he says that all is good, but he's definitely done. And I personally feel like her career is done. Sorry. There's not really any other songs.
Iggy?
I do. I mean, any songs that she's put out, in my opinion, if they didn't feature somebody, like, I'm not going to lie. I do have, I think, like 3 of her songs in my phone. I do have Fancy. I do have, was it actually T.I. song? What's it? No Mediocre. And then the one she did with, is it Ariana Grande? Something like that. But, you know, she's cool and everything, but I just don't feel like longevity.
Yeah. I mean, I liked her. I thought she was cool. I listened to it, and then I remember she fell off the stage, too, so.
She did fall off the stage.
Yeah. I mean, I think everybody at one point fall off the stage. It's just part of the business. I ain't falling off no stage. But.
Well, speaking of stages and kind of keeping it in the Georgia news, again, we have a new Miss America.
Yes.
Mrs. Betty Cottrell. She's Miss Georgia.
Yes.
Representing for the Georgia
Peaches. Yes.
So she won the Miss America 2016 pageant. She's actually a Mercer University student.
Really?
So she's not a Miss America from like Bumble, whatever, you know, Georgia. Like
she
Mercer
is from Mercer. Wow.
Exactly. So congratulations to Betty Cottrell winning Miss America 2016. But speaking of Miss America, the former Miss America, Miss Vanessa Williams, she, after 32 years, she got an apology from the CEO of the Miss America pageant.
Yes.
Because, you know, back in, I think, 84 is when she won, some nude photos of her that she took prior to the pageant surfaced. And, you know, they really treated it like it was crimes against humanity.
Right. Back then, you know, people weren't putting out, you know, nudes or sex tapes like they are now. So then it was really a big deal.
Absolutely. So she was the first, you know, black woman to win the crown, and she had to resign following the scandal. But out of all the Miss America, she's had the best career out of everybody. So I'm a huge fan. I love her in Ugly Betty. I loved her in Desperate Housewives. She's just beautiful. And she handled herself with such grace because initially they wanted her to apologize. They wanted us both apology.
Right. Not happening.
She didn't do it. And I'm happy that she didn't fold into that.
Right.
So they issued her apology. CEO Sam Hotskell told Williams, he said, though none of us currently in the organization were involved then, but on behalf of today's organization, I want to apologize to you and to your mother, Miss Helen Williams. And he said, well, if you watched it, Vanessa's eyes were like tearing up the entire time. But he said, I want to apologize for anything that was said or done that made you feel less than the Miss America that you are and the Miss America that you will ever be.
Oh, that was very sweet.
It was a very nice gesture. It's very nice when people, especially employers, do wrong and then they want to make amends and, you know, fix the thing. Because, I mean, I know that that particular CEO, had nothing to do with it.
Exactly.
But it makes me kind of think, if Vanessa Williams wasn't as big and as famous as she is, would she have even gotten this apology?
Probably not. It's just the fact that she stayed prevalent this whole time. She's still in the media. People still know who she is. So it looks bad. It looks good on both parts to kind of clear up that bad blood.
And plus, with everything that was kind of centered around the Miss America pageant, I mean, with Donald Trump, people weren't even going to tune in. So this was kind of a really good publicity stunt because it's like, oh, we're going to tune in to see Vanessa Williams get this apology.
Exactly.
So that kind of, I want to say, helped save the situation. But, you know, good for her. I'm definitely a good fan, and she definitely deserved that.
Right.
Okay, so real quick, we're gonna move on to one more thing. I want to throw this one at you, BJ. You know about baby mama's boyfriends writing fake checks.
Yes.
Who baby mama did that? Or baby
Chris
daddy?
Breezy's baby mama's boyfriend. Goodness gracious, that's a lot of. But he has been caught and arrested, prosecuted actually, for felony forgery. He faked over $5,000 in U.S. checks. And that's ridiculous.
I'm not trying to be like funny, but only $5,000?
I mean, what'd you do with $5,000 in phony checks?
You
pay what, your Comcast bill? That leave you what, $3?
I mean,
goodness gracious.
But I mean, his baby mama lost her custody lawsuit against Chris Brown, so now she's only getting maybe like $2,600 a month, which is an average kind of something 30-year-old full-time employee
is going to make
is bringing home. So you gotta, I guess, make it up somewhere.
And it really looks bad because Nia, the baby mom's, was already filing documents saying that Chris Brown was not a good father figure and she didn't want those type of people around her child. Ooh. And look at her boyfriend is up here cashing fake checks, you know. go directly to jail. Do not pass go. Please do not collect $200.
But she should have known better. I'm sorry, but your baby's father, Chris Brown, has multi-millions of dollars. He has enough money to do his investigation and to get you like he just got you.
Exactly.
So sorry about it. But everybody, you're listening to The Real with Rachel D. And I just want to remind you real quick to go on social media, like our page. We have some tickets to give away. There's the circus in town, so make sure that you go and get some more information on how you can win some tickets. We have coming up is our special guest that'll be joining us. But before then, we have Black 808. The Real with Rachel D. Keep it here. All right, and welcome back to The Real with Rachel D. That was Can We by SWV featuring Missy Elliott. Miss BJ, how are you?
I'm good.
Now we're being joined in studio with our special guest. His name is BJ, another BJ number 2, but Positive B White. He is the owner of the Positive Passionate Motivational Advertising Company. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Welcome.
Hey. Thanks for having me.
So I'm happy we didn't scare you off just yet. We had quite a fun time before, we all got on air. But you're really cool, so I feel like we're going to really enjoy ourselves tonight.
Absolutely. We're going to have a lot of fun. The Real with Rachel D.
Well, tell us about the Positive Passionate Motivation.
Absolutely. Well, basically what Positive Passionate Motivated is, we're an advertising company located out here in Atlanta, Georgia. And what we do is we promote people to stay positive and pursue their passion. And, everybody has a different passion. And we feel like once you key in and find that passion, we find out that that's when people really start to live their life. So, if your passion is comedy or making music or even doing radio, once you find that passion, we feel like that's what kind of you find life and you start enjoying life. You start having fun, and that's what we promote. And we just try to get people to stay as positive as they can. And what we do is we market, advertise, and promote those individuals. We'll use, YouTube. We try to leverage social media and different techniques to try to get the masses to know kind of what they do and what their passion is.
Okay, so just to clarify, you're not just like motivating them, but you also is like if they want to do stand-up comedy, you can promote their shows and promote, if they're singers, like promote it. So you're doing all of that.
Absolutely. If we need to hand out flyers. And basically what I am is I'm actually a consultant. I try to consult them the best way they need to advertise their product. So we need to get out and pass out flyers with them or for them, set up posters, shoot interviews with them to upload on YouTube and get that out. So people just basically know what they're doing and what their passion is. And we're just here to help and support them. And as long as they're staying positive, we feel like we can work with them and that's much success. Anytime you stay positive, much success.
I think it's a really good idea with his company because I have to say one of the hardest things in the world, especially now, is to do something you're passionate about because we try to be realistic. It's like my passion might not pay the bills, but I have to pay the bills.
Right.
So now I got to get a job that I might not be passionate for, but it's because I have to pay the bills.
Right.
So,
and one thing we try to tell, the 9 to 5 is cool. You have to do what you have to do.
Right.
We all have bills that need to be paid. But if you can do your 9 to 5 and then figure out a way to do your passion on the side to where your passion is your 9 to 5.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And then once your passion is a 9 to 5, it's not a 9 to 5 anymore. Because you're just having so much fun and you're doing this. And then a lot of times what will happen is once you get in your passion and you figure it out, once you go to work or do whatever you're doing, you forget what time it is.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not a 9 to 5. If something needs to get done, you want to do it because that's your passion.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And it wakes people up, and sometimes it keeps you up all night.
So BJ, what's your passion?
I'm sorry.
You know what?
Both BJ
Yeah,
number
we
one.
both about to
BJs
say.
in here.
I was like, well, I really like. I love comedy, and I love just having a good time.
Yeah.
Anything from, just being with a group of people, just, talking and meeting people. I really like meet and greets and just, being myself.
Well, you do that. Like, she is Miss Social Butterfly. You are the comedy of the show.
Well, thank you.
Now, BJ number 2.
Right.
What is your passion?
My passion, I have a lot of passions. One of my passions is cars. But I like to get people in their passion and motivate people to get in their passion. Because when I see people doing their passion, that just fires me up.
Doesn't it?
I have a lot of fun with it. But one of my passions is I have to say old school cars.
Oh, really?
I love them. I love how people fix them up, paint them, gut them out on the inside. That's one of the things that drives me. So
that's pretty cool. That's
That is
pretty
cool.
different.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll ask myself, Rachel, what is your
what
passion?
is your passion?
Well, gosh, just put me on the spot like that, guys. Actually, I love entertainment.
Okay.
I do. I love the aspects of it. I love television. I love radio. I love creating different things. Like I just, I like kind of being the star in a sense, but also help like behind the scenes. I don't know, just anything about it. Like I was that kid. If y'all ever had like the Pledge of Allegiance, and you had like the small group of kids who like we had a morning television. So it was like I did the morning announcements in elementary school. I read the lunch. Did y'all have that, or do we just?
Yeah, we had that.
Oh,
It was the same thing every day, so we already knew. So
I was so ready for lunch when I was in school, though.
You was one of them kids.
Yeah, I was ready for lunch when I got there. What time we eat?
That's probably the best grade you got out of all your
And
classes.
gym, no, but I got an A in gym every year.
Well, that's good.
that's good.
Any other things that matter? Any other classes? English, maybe?
Everything else was just kind of in between.
So lunch and gym and
Lunch
stuff in
and
between.
gym, absolutely, and basketball practice.
Okay, see, he's tall. He looks like a basketball player, so we could definitely get that. But look, we really do need to keep talking about this because this is so important because passion, like when you love what you do,
Yes.
like even this is not like the best thing I've done this where it's like I will accept low pay or even sometimes no pay if I'm really enjoying what I'm doing. You get that satisfaction out of it, but it's hard to pay your bills with no pay. So
That's true.
anyways, but we will talk more about that. But BJ, number 2, we want you to stick around because we kind of want to get your insight on some of the things that we talked about earlier and to talk more about your advertising company.
Okay.
But guys, make sure that you keep it here with The Real with Rachel D. Coming up next is Salt and Pepper, What a Man. Welcome back to The Real with Rachel D. That was Mace featuring Total. What You Want, BJ number 1 and BJ number 2.
Yay. Oh, yes, what I want or just the song?
The song.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that. It's not payday yet, so you can't have anything. But Positive B White, aka BJ number 2, is in house.
I'm in the house.
Yes, thank you for staying with us.
All right.
Okay, so we wanted to bring you on and just talk about some of the hot topics that we talked about in the first part of the show, but there's a few that we actually didn't talk about that I do want to bring you in on. So the rapper Drake, well, if you guys have known, if you've been watching television, Serena Williams has been all over for just winning until recently she lost.
Yes.
And it was a devastating lose. Now, guess who was in the audience when she lost?
Child.
It was rapper Drake.
Yeah.
So they're saying, they said that, well, TMZ actually said this, which is kind of funny, but they said Drake is the new Jessica Simpson.
Right.
I don't know if y'all remember when Jessica Simpson dated
Football.
Tony Romo, all of a sudden the Texas Cowboys were losing, which to me is normal, but whatever. But they said it was because of Jessica Simpson. And so they said that Drake, who seems to hang around celebrity athletes, they tend to start losing.
Right. And he sure was in that audience.
He was with his beard and everything.
Mm-mm.
So what do you
That's
think?
not
Do you
good.
think that, because I'm pretty sure it wasn't just his presence at the game, but do you think that sometimes when you're really, really focused and you start dating somebody that can kind of knock you off your game?
Absolutely, I think so. And I think it's a gap because you're trying to be the best athlete you can be, but you're also trying to be a good boyfriend or girlfriend or a fiance or husband or wife. So that takes away from, your skills on the court. But I hate that Serena lost, but
She's
hopefully
awesome.
she bounces back.
Oh, yeah. She's awesome, and I love her. She's a great representation of what I feel black women really are. I know the media want to portray us as loving hip-hop-ish, and that's a little sprinkle of us. But, when you have Serena Williams, Oprah, Michelle Obama, Beyonce, you cannot deny that we are some pretty powerful creatures. And Serena has came out swinging that racket
Yes.
since day one and has been kicking butt and taking names.
And not to quote Drake, but she started from the bottom. Now she here. So I'm just, and she did go 0 to 100. Okay,
0
I'm done.
to
I'm
100
done.
real
She
quick.
really
quick.
did.
Ain't that right, DJ?
Real quick.
But real quick before we move on, did anybody notice how Drake has buffed up since being with Serena.
Yes.
He's gotten huge.
He been in her protein shakes or something.
He been in the gym.
She ain't having it any other way. That's
Right.
that's where they have their date nights at the gym. So
One more time, Drake. Come on. Lift. He in the corner singing. But yeah.
so silly. But yeah, so well, now that the her competitions are over, they'll be spending more time together, hopefully. So we're kind of rooting for this relationship. I mean, Serena needs a good man, and Drake is, I don't know, so
Right.
I don't even want to say anything. But anyways, moving on, I want to bring you into, you're from Atlanta, so I know you're familiar with the Atlanta rappers. And
Absolutely.
T.I., brought on Iggy Azalea, and recently they cut ties. So how do you feel about that? Did you see this coming?
I don't want to say I saw it coming, but I will say this. I like Iggy Azalea, but I think what happened was Iggy Azalea stepped into a role that's not really what you would think she would be in. So she's the first of her kind.
Right.
So with her and T.I., and I'm a huge T.I. fan. I hope I know they cut ties, but maybe they can reconcile, because I like both of them, and I feel like it could be very profitable for them to stay together. But at the same time, you have differences, and if you have differences and you got to go separate ways, you just got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. Grand hustle.
I agree, but I feel that I don't know. I feel like they weren't going to last long either. Like, as much as T.I. says he's loyal, and I believe he is, he served a purpose for her, which was to get her out there and get his cut.
Right.
And with her acting a fool, it's like, you're getting conflict with every, friend of his as far in the rap game.
Right.
And you're representing him because we all know that he brought you here.
Right.
And she, like I saw his radio show, I heard it actually, and he was saying that he was like, with the thing with Q-Tip, I think it was, he said, I cleaned up the mess and then turned my back and the mess was back. And it was because she didn't let it go. So eventually you just kind of gotta cut ties with people.
Yeah, that's true. And I think the issue with her and that happened with Snoop, I think she just has to learn to have tougher skin.
Right.
Because I think Snoop was just playing, and I guess she just took it the wrong way. But like I said, you just have to do what you got to do.
Isn't she from Australia, right?
She is.
Yeah, she needs to just, learn how to bounce back like them kangaroos. Just let that stuff bounce off of you and keep it moving. Keep that check coming, girl.
Okay, so here's one thing I totally forgot about. I totally forgot to get the details, but we have got to talk about it.
Okay.
It kind of goes under our WTH social media. So, VJ, get your hashtag ready.
All right, I'm ready.
So, a New Jersey woman, she pleads guilty to the death of a 22-year-old man after a botched penis enlargement procedure gone wrong.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I saw that on the Ricky Smiley morning show website. So you know that there's been silicone botched butt injections.
Right.
So now apparently, I don't know if this is a thing or it just happens to be, I don't know what 22-year-old man would want this, but it's kind of the same thing. It's supposed to enlarge, his manhood. So I'm not sure if it was supposed to make it bigger or was it supposed to keep it erect if he had erectile dysfunction. Regardless, it was silicone that she put in there, but it shot straight to his bloodstream.
Right.
Killed him.
Man.
And I mean, this woman is not licensed. It is not in a medical facility. You in the Bronx somewhere, in an apartment, in somebody's bedroom, with cats running around and kids crying, talking about, okay, hook it up. I mean, I'm just saying, ain't no license on the wall. I hate that he passed. I hate for anyone who's had these procedures done to be physically hurt, but you got to use common sense here.
Yeah.
Common sense.
You got to, and they're not safe.
No.
None of them are safe.
You can't be that desperate, right?
You
No.
can't. You can't. It could cost you your life.
It really could.
And in this situation, it did.
It
At
did.
22 years old.
22. I mean, coming at you with
Tragedy.
like a turkey baster and some Fix-A-Flat. If you don't get away from me, child. At the end of the day, it's tragic.
It is. But then, like
Huge
you
tragedy.
said, it's really hard to feel sorry for people. Now, if this was a first-time thing, it's my first time ever hearing about a penis enlargement procedure.
Right.
But the whole silicone injection things, that's not a new thing. So it's like, what happens to these people. They get
Exactly.
disfigured. They get sick. They die. Like, did you not know that was going to happen?
Stay away from clearance rack surgery, y'all.
Did she make him sign a waiver?
Nothing.
Nope.
They probably was in there splitting a bologna and cheese sandwich.
He should have known. If he hadn't have to sign nothing, he should have known.
Yes.
So, BJ, what hashtag could we get this?
Don't do it.
Hashtag
don't do it. And that's a shout out to Dre. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Please. Pay attention, y'all. Be smart. If it sounds too good to be true, hashtag don't do it.
Don't do it.
I like that. Don't do it.
All right, guys. Make sure you keep it here with The Real with Rachel D. And just a quick reminder to catch us on social media on The Real with Rachel D Facebook page. And also, we're on Twitter at Real with Rachel D. So make sure you keep up with us. We have some tickets to give away soon. But coming up, we have Keep Sweat Twisted. Keep it here. Welcome back to The Real with Rachel D. That was R. Kelly featuring Jay-Z Fiesta Remix. We're still in studio with BJ number one, the co-host, and from Positive, Passionate, Motivated Advertising Company, Mr. Positive B, BJ White.
I'm here.
Thanks for sticking around, you guys. But real quick, I just want to say, if y'all need something to get into this weekend or even next week, there has been this amazing spot. It's called VFW Post 4706. It's really kind of unique name, right?
Interesting.
But it's located on 5362 Covington Highway, Decatur, Georgia. And it's open to, of course, the 21 and up crowd. And on Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, they're starting at 6 p.m. They have $3 and $5 drink specials.
Really?
Absolutely.
Interesting.
They're giving away. I got to go to that spot.
They are giving it away. And, on Tuesdays, they have $2 beer specials, too.
Okay, $2.
My kind of spot.
And the infamous half and half Sundays where they split half of the money collected with the raffle winner. So it's kind of like what they do at the Braves game.
Yay! I need to go.
Yeah, so that is 5362 Covington Highway, Decatur, Georgia. Tell them Rachel sent you. Or The Real with Rachel D sent you. That's going to be a hot spot. So we're definitely going to get into that. But I just want to know, what are you guys getting into for this weekend?
This week, I don't, you know what? I'm just so glad to be off work. And the weekend start, I don't even know.
And I got to work.
You got to work?
Yeah, I got to work.
Dang. There are so many good things to get into this weekend. So, maybe if you get a little time to squeeze away, that you could find some things that's going on. There's actually a camping music festival. That's pretty interesting, isn't it?
A camping music festival?
A camping music festival. It's a camp fest that offers a daytime concert, campfire sessions, boating, outdoor activities, craft beer and wine, and meals at a summer camp, an adult summer camp. That's kind of up north. So if you want to take a 109-mile drive, there you go. But something that's a little bit closer, we have Midtown Music Festival. So the Midtown Music Festival offers a great lineup on 3 stages for all ages at Piedmont Park.
Now that sounds great.
Yeah, that's gonna be hot, action packed.
There's no pets allowed. That's kind of.
I can't bring my dog?
You can't bring your dog.
Oh man,
Sorry.
He's gonna be so disappointed about that.
They discriminate against pets. I'm sorry about it. But yeah, there's a lot of good things to go into, so make sure you guys check out AtlantaEvents.com. So let's we want to wrap it up with you, but to just kind of give you an opportunity to really say a few more things about your company and where people can find more information about you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, if you want to check us out online, we're at www.positivepassionatemotivated.com. And I am on Facebook as well as Twitter at Positive B White. You can reach me on Twitter. Send me a message if we need to link up, and let's do it.
So how long, real quick, I didn't even think I asked you this, but how long have you been doing advertisement?
Well, I actually started when I was in college. I did an intern, and I actually worked with the Atlanta Falcons in the marketing and advertising communications department. So that's where I got my humble beginnings.
Do you still have that contact information? I need to make some friends.
And this was back in 2008. So that was Matt Ryan's rookie year. So I had a great time. I had a fun time with a lot of the players, and it was just a good time for me. So that's when I started, and I have my company for about almost 2 years now. So I'm having a lot of fun with it. We're growing.
Good deal.
Excellent.
So you're a Dirty Birds fan, right?
Absolutely.
You better be.
If we can get have a good season and a good postseason, I believe we'll be all right.
I think we will too. You a Falcons fan, BJ?
Sure. I like birds.
Good answer.
And good win.
Yes.
We beat Philly.
We did. That one was a heart attack in a can, but when isn't the Falcons playing like those tense games? But I think that makes for good entertainment.
It does.
Absolutely.
Blowouts, if we know you're going to win in the second quarter, that's boring.
Right.
But guys, I just want to thank y'all again, Miss BJ in the house and Mr. BJ. We had so much fun. I really appreciate everything that you're doing, and hopefully we can work together soon because you're absolutely right. People have passions, and a lot of times they need them cultivated. They need the motivation because sometimes we get so down on ourselves. We're like, I'm too old. I'm too this. I'm too that. That's why I can't do these things, and it's not true. You just need to have that motivation and have that positivity to help you get there.
Absolutely.
Right.
Stay positive. Follow that passion.
So we're super, super happy that you were in studio. Can you tell people one more time where they can find out more information?
You can find me on Twitter. I'm at PositiveBWhite, and the company is Positive Passionate Motivated. And I'm on Twitter, again, at PositiveBWhite. Let's link.
All right, Miss BJ with the hashtag
Don't do it.
for this week. So any last words?
Don't do it, y'all.
Hashtag don't do it. Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in and listening. Just a quick reminder to catch us on social media, on Facebook with TheReal with Rachel D, and on Twitter with Rachel at Real with Rachel D. And I hope to hear from you guys, or hopefully you hear from us again next week. You will hear from us. What am I talking about? You will hear from us next week. But I'm going to leave you with a little bit of Faith Evans featuring P. Diddy All Night Long. We'll check you again next week.